Do I think it's the best show? No. If I see Carousel one more time, why do you hate Disney? Oh my god, hey, and welcome back to my kingdom of stagey isolation. So one thing that I've been doing while I'm in lockdown, waiting for this pandemic to pass so I can get back into a theatre, is spending a lot of time on social media, especially Twitter. And on stagey Twitter recently, there is one particular tweet that has been doing the rounds, and it's to do with controversial Broadway opinions. We're going to have a read through these, we're going to see what we think. At the guy named Tony tweeted, "We need less musicals about socially awkward white boys having weird crushes on a girl they barely talk to." I mean, it's got a point. It's got a point. Not looking at you, be more chill and Dear Evan Hansen, but like, at least in Little Shop, like, he knows Audrey. There's a reason for the crush and the relationship. Ashley M.A. Walsh tweeted, "People need to stop producing the same revivals over and over." I agree with this. If I see Carousel one more time, if someone else is producing that revival in that year, maybe don't. Maybe change your plans. The fact we were going to get 2 Carousel revivals in this year is ridiculous to me, especially when they were both all-male creative teams reviving a show with very problematic themes about domestic abuse. Like, that made me nervous. At GCY writes, "Dear Evan Hansen isn't a bad show. Y'all are just picky and hate liking mainstream musicals." I don't think Dear Evan Hansen's a bad show either. Do I think it's the best show? No. I think there are problematic areas of the plot. I don't think he's a terrible person the way a lot of people do. I enjoy the music. I think parts of the structure of the show could be better, but I do think a lot of Broadway Twitter gets very, not elitist, but kind of snobby about shows that they like, that then become popular, so everyone's decided Dear Evan Hansen's terrible, and a similar thing happened with Hamilton. Everyone decided they were just over Hamilton. Hamilton's still great. Dear Evan Hansen is still... Listen, Dear Evan Hansen resonates with so many people. That's why it's become so popular. It speaks to a great many people in a very important and impactful way. If a show is empowering anyone to talk more openly about their mental health, I think that's a great thing. Stigmas around jukeboxes are boring. Yeah, that's the thing. I like a jukebox musical. And you know what else? Other people like a jukebox musical. Here's my issue. If there was one theatre in the West End, then sure, I wouldn't necessarily want that to be a jukebox musical. But there's not. There's many theatres. People say like, oh, it's not very creative. It's not an original score. It's like the easiest way to do a musical. I don't care. It's fun. I enjoy jukebox musical shows. And Juliet is a great show that a lot of people love. Mamma Mia is a great show a lot of people love. If you don't like it, it's very simple. All you have to do is not buy a ticket and don't go. It's that easy. If you don't want to watch the film, here's what you do for that. Big life hack. Don't watch it. It's that simple, everybody. Megan Hilty tweeted, 9 to 5 deserve to live more than 4 months. Did 9 to 5 only run on Broadway for 4 months? Oh my god. 4 months? We had it in the West End for like 10 years. That was not really, but it felt like it. Ryan, my friend Ryan, Suchy Boy, tweeted, Andrew Lloyd Webber has only ever written 1 5-star show, Sunset Boulevard. The rest are 3 at best. Shady. I don't think Sunset Boulevard is a 5-star show, I'll be honest. Listen, Norma Desmond's material in Sunset Boulevard, 5-star. When Joe goes off and chats with Betty, it loses it for me. I can't. Norma is fantastic, but the show overall, I would not give 5 stars. I think Andrew Lloyd Webber's best, maybe Evita. I know everyone loves Jesus Christ Superstar, and I really like it. Is it 5-star? I love Cats, so I'm weird. Heathers should have gone to Broadway instead of Mean Girls. I mean, I don't think it's an either-or situation. Here's the thing a lot of people need to understand. Everyone thinks Broadway is this beast that says, like, I am Broadway and I'll have this show this season and this show and this show. It's not one person making these decisions. It's a lot of commercial producers. And yes, Heathers and Mean Girls have the same writers. Did they have the same producers? I don't actually know. I should Google this, but I won't because I've got too many other tweets to read. Do I think Heathers is the better show? Yes. Do I think it would have been as popular as Mean Girls? No. I think Mean Girls was always going to do better business on Broadway, but Mean Girls being on Broadway may mean that Heathers can now go to Broadway later and subsequently be very successful because it's from the writers of Mean Girls. Samantha at Blanche's Boudoir tweeted, I hate it when they make musicals out of anything, like they'll straight up be like Die Hard the musical. I would see that. I would go to see Die Hard the musical because I am trash for stuff like that. I've spent a lot of time at the Edinburgh Fringe where they will make anything the musical. Shout out to Notflix, shout out to Showstopper who will make anything the musical. I feel like What I don't like is when they make obvious stage adaptations that they don't have to put much work into. Something like, I know they've talked about doing a Greatest Showman musical, or like Frozen, where it just throws itself onto the stage. Yes, it can be incredibly well done because you've thrown millions and billions of dollars at it. It's always going to look great. You've cast talented people, but creatively, is it as demanding as I think I'd be more impressed if you made Die Hard the musical. I think that would require more of a challenge. As long as you do something with creativity and authenticity, that is good. I love Shrek the musical. I think it's great. That's one of the more commercial ones. Legally Blonde is a staple of contemporary musical theatre because it's been done very, very well. At Les Mis Revival said, nobody talks about the plays on Broadway. Sad face. Just musicals, and that really sucks. Your Twitter handle is Les Mis Revival. Change your Twitter handle to August Osage County Revival and then tweet that. Then we'll talk. At Yeenie McBeanie tweeted, musicals are incredibly stupid, and the best ones understand this and have fun with the concept. Book of Mormon Avenue Q. No. Screw this. They are not the best ones. They are two examples of something that satirises the musical form very well. It does not mean that all musicals are incredibly stupid. No. Go listen to some Sondheim and educate yourself. Musicals are an incredible art form that can achieve, through the combined use of live theatre and the emotive use of music, something that cannot be achieved by films, by television, by radio, by podcasts. I'm angry at you and you've made me flustered. Musicals are great. Go away. At Les Mis Revival, again, says, everybody hates Cats, but Cats is actually really good. Now we can be friends, Les Mis Revival, because I agree with you wholeheartedly. Cats is fantastic. It's misunderstood. It's not the best, okay, but it's a fun musical and I really enjoy it. You know what? I do too. And that's all we have to ask for from these shows. Do you enjoy them? Yes. So go see them. If you don't enjoy it, then guess what? I have very simple advice for you. Don't go see Cats. At Timmy Metzner tweeted, Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is better than, with a lot of greater than mathematical symbols, love that, is better than Evita. I'm gonna let you have that one. I feel like a lot of Joseph writes itself, and it's fun and it's poppy, and with Evita, he tried to do something a lot more serious. Evita is a lot more higher stakes in terms of composition and creation than a show like Joseph. At Quake's Broadway, Beautiful is an underrated musical. I like Beautiful. I feel like it's not talked about that much online, but like, is it underrated? Because I swear it's toured 17 bajillion times in the UK since it closed in the West End. And it ran for a decent amount of time in the West End as well. I feel like Beautiful is always on at like the Queen's Theatre in Hornchurch. Where is Hornchurch? Hornchurch. I've read that so many times I've never questioned it. Hornchurch. Is that a place? Kang tweeted, no one else does musical themes / leitmotifs like Sondheim does, and I mean no one, with a lot of exclamation marks. True dat. True dat. Casey Struble tweeted, shows such as Wicked, Phantom of the Opera and the Book of Mormon should close now. A lot of people say this. I mean, as long as there's still spare theatres, I think Broadway has more of a problem with, there's so many shows, like Come From Away is still running. I don't think any of these shows should close, but like, Mean Girls is still running, Dear Evan Hansen is still running, Come From Away, Hamilton, they're all still running from recent years. Hadestown is still running. So you have all of the long runners plus all of these new ones that still haven't closed yet. You are going to start running out of space. Disney's musicals are really not that great. Why do you hate Disney? Why do you hate Joy Leah? God, terrible person. I'm joking. She's my friend. My much, 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 much older friend. Oh, she's going to kill me. If you disagreed with any of these opinions, feel free to fight me in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on any of the topics we've covered today. If you would like a fuller version of any of these videos, me talking about bootlegs, me talking about diversity casting, any of these things, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you head over to Twitter, quote tweet that tweet for yourself, and share your controversial musical theatre opinions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you're subscribed to my channel for more stagey content coming very, very soon. I hope everyone is staying safe and that you have a stagey day.